Hey guys, and welcome back to Fae Hunter's Cave Factory Run, the mod pack where we just cannot stop fucking up. Last stream, we've set up this little bit of a storage system you see behind me, with the drawers and the pipes, and we've expanded out our giant fucker of a windmill that honestly is seeming a little bit impractical at this point. But today, we're going to go and set up a slightly more secure blood altar operation. So for this operation, you're going to need to store these away. And we are going to need some wood. Surprising everyone. So what we are looking at actually is trapdoors will do. 8 trapdoors will definitely do actually. Grab some trapdoors. We're going to get something like limestone. Actually, we'll smelt down the limestone. Just so we have it ready and good to go. And dodge out of the way of the windmill while that's cooking away for us. We're going to store away these in here. Now, today's objective is to have our blood altar that's in the dark cave a little bit more secure. We're also going to try and grab some more berries so we can make some more of this such superior food, if I'm being entirely honest with you. The rest of this stuff can just grow. I don't really care anymore. Now, where did we put our chopping board? My my job for between this stream and the next stream is to reorganize everything so that we actually have a little bit more organization. Chopping boards, chopping boards, chopping boards. Right, here we go. And that'll do. So we still have our generators down here, carving up a bunch of resources for us. Alright. Right, I don't have to look in the chest anymore. I can just look in here. And if something already exists in there, then it will just get sorted for me. Nice. Now, 8, 10. That's not enough. What we're going to do then is we're going to start shifting some stuff. So we want just limestone by the look of things. Like, fuck it, the limestone's taking too long. We could just use andesite, but andesite is very useful for create. We have got our diamond furnace down here as well. And small fuel for said diamond furnace. What we might do actually is just use glass. Alright, so got some of me. Alright, so all we've got to deal with right now is 2 spiders. Do not have our sacrificial knife on us though. And honestly, that is what makes killing things around that thing so much easier. So we'll take our dagger of sacrifice. If this go through. There's a skeleton in the back corner. Of course there is. Wait for the skeleton to get a bit closer. Move. Now we can just run on up on him. Crap, he got back. Do not have the armor for this. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to just set up some glass. Wrapping around it a little bit. I don't know why I've got it set up in this shape, but hey, it'll do. And then on the flip side of it, we just want put in some trapdoors because mobs will seek the trapdoors. Now we can just knock out some more torches. Make this place a proper spawn zone. So we're going to just make this a little bit safer. Like, glass isn't the best resource in the world to build with, especially when you're dealing with things like creepers around. But it's good enough to make a tunnel. We'll be able to see enemies through it. Honestly, sounds pretty good to me. Oof. And if we have all of that set up, then we can actually knock out all of the torches. Hopefully it will be close enough for us to get through. And still be able to drop the enemies that are spawning. That's not close enough. That's unfortunate. Right, so slight miscalculation on my part on how close this has to be. So what we're going to try instead is letting them get to here. This is going to be very much trial and error. Is that close enough now? Still not close enough. Plus side spiders can't get to us when they're this far out. Hashtag fuck spiders. Oh, crap, that's too far in. Right. We'll try that then. No, it's not going to work for a spider, but might be close enough for a zombie. If not, we're going to have to reconsider some shit. Cool. Now this entire room, bar here, is considerably darker. Oh, fuck. Speedy zombies, speedy baby zombies. Perfect. Baby zombies got to be my little test. Right. Although that almost fucking killed me. I did not realize how close to dying I was. Right, so we can just run back in. Fortunately, closing the door doesn't really help with the light levels in there. But we are good now. And what the hell is this used for? Spider charm fragments. To make a spider charm. Make spiders not be able to see me. Very interesting. What we might do actually. What is the next thing that we need? In the glass box. I think the encased fan is what we should go for next. We need some iron sheets, andesite alloy, and we can make a propeller. Cool. So we actually have a small plate gold cast, sorry. And this is dumb, so we're just going to get rid of it. We're going to need that out. We're going to need this out. So we need some iron in there. And that will sort out the iron for us. So we'll just grab all of our resources. Actually, just all of our metals. Leave the rest for now. Yes, I'm aware that lapis is not a metal. Oops. Take the gravel. Chuck it up the top as well. Right, that's that done. In a minute, we'll have some iron that we can put through. And we're just going to stow a bunch of crap. But we need to make more mana pylons. That's one definitive. But mana seal is a bitch to get. We had some more of this. Continue fueling this. But I don't think that's quite enough. Right, chuck 3 of these in. They'll burn, they'll smelt. We need 4 of these. Right. But that's an ingot. Oh no, that's a sheet. Nice. Another 3. Oops. Did not mean to take that back out. We add 4. That'll give us our color. Right. And we need an andesite alloy for the center. Nope. Doesn't look like it. We got plenty of iron though. And more coming. That was all good. Right. We need to break down some iron into nuggets. Do that. Do that. Make as much andesite ingots, alloys as I can. And then it was 1 in the middle, then that makes it propel. We need cogwheels and cogwheels, a shaft, and an andesite casing. We got 1 cogwheel. We'll take that. We have no shafts, no andesite casings. Good start. Alright. So we're going to need to make some wood, which means we'll need some cobblestone. We don't have any cobblestone. Oh, wait, we have some cobblestone. Yay. Alright, chuck it in the conversion pit. So we're just going to start collecting up some extra cobble. I don't know why it's popping out the right, but it's making it so that we're going to end up collecting a hell of a lot more than we would if it was just jetting straight out to us. That'll do. What a good deal. Cobblestone out. Break this crap down. Get 8 buttons. Around the outside. This in the middle, we get cogs. And then an andesite casing, I think was the last thing. Of course, we need one more log. Conveniently, this should be converting right now. We'll do that. And then it was this, these. Wait, we still need a shaft. So that at the top, these on the sides, casing in the middle, and then the propeller at the bottom gives us an encased fan, which gives us a campfire. By blowing air through lava, you can smelt items very efficiently. It will burn food though. To cook more delicate stuff, blow air through fire. Also, we can blow air through the campfire and cook things. You can also wash crushed ores when air blows through the water. It'll give you more output than a furnace. Nifty. Alright. So that's another chunk of this completed. Rotational speed controller. I don't think I'm ready to do this yet. Especially considering I don't even know what a lamp... Oh, okay, that's a bit more easy. Why the hell was it trying to get me to do this? We can do it with one piece and just change it over and over, but that is not very effective. So I'm thinking that we might need to start working on some kelp. Because there was something a while ago that we never did, which was the mechanical belt, which requires dried kelp. Which isn't too hard to do realistically. And I think somewhere around here we have actually got some kelp too. So, kelp farms are real easy, especially when you have what I like to call the twerking grow. All we need is some ladders. Ooh, that's interesting. That's how you make ladders. Did they change the recipe in this? Okay, that's actually easier. So we'll just do that. Make a bunch of ladders. And then we've just got to find a spot that's just out of the way. Actually, we'll make it right here. On this chest. You just got to dig down 2 wide. And ladder your way down on the side you want. You want to go about 10-ish down. Maybe a little bit further if you need to. And then we'll just dig the other one down. Always do the ladder side first. It's just easier. And then all we've got to do, climb back out of this hole. Go get ourselves a bucket. And we can set ourselves up a little kelp farm. Buckets. Worst case scenario, we got some iron, so we can always make one. But I'm sure we had buckets around somewhere. Yeah, screw it. I can't be bothered searching. Right, we should also have... Ooh, zombie. We also have our infinite water source over here, which is always useful. So this gets chucked here. And then we just need to dive down to the bottom of it and plant our one piece of kelp. Unfortunately, twerk and grow doesn't seem to work on the kelp. So there is always the alternative though. In this case, the alternative being bone meal. The word escaped me for a second. So we're just going to grab all of the plants we can, including the berries. We're just going to make every bit of bone meal we can. And as soon as we're done with all of it, then we can chuck it all down on the kelp. The sugarcane, however, is not being used for this. Sugarcane is a little bit of a valuable resource at this point. I'd rather keep it. Just because of how little we've obtained. We also have plenty of bones, so we can bone meal out of it as well. So now we can just grow this up. When it stops, we just knock off the second, grow it up again, until we run out of bone meal. When you run out of bone meal, don't forget, knock off the bottom again. We'll just ditch out some more cobble, collect up our kelp. We only needed 6. There was 12 at the bottom alone. We got 38. So now we cook that. And when we're done, we should be nice and ready to go. We want to make some more charcoal. Check in here for any more iron and coal. We have more than a stack of coal now. Pretty nifty. So coal can go in first, then iron. And we'll store the rest of this down in here. I'll keep the andesite on us. The rest of this cobble though, the rest of these resources all go in there. So we just need one more piece to finish, then we're ready to go. So we've got dried kelp. We then just need to combine our dried kelp into one mechanical belt. Give us more kelp. Of all things. Right, pans of glass block, metal bars, some glass. Easy done. Especially considering we have some sand that should have just finished cooking. Oh. We should also have some metal bars around somewhere too. Right here, actually. So we'll just jump on over here. The gravel that we sent through should be glass by now. Yep. We can check that again. So it's a cross of metal. Would make us a steel catwalk, which sounds pretty dope. But now we have this. Control shift. Reinforced glass block. Expensive explosion proof. Ooh, that would actually be really good to get rid of the chance of those of the spawn zone getting destroyed by explosions. Right. So that leaves us with just 3 things left to do in this entire section, with the exception of these. And we could actually do this. Make an automatic kelp farm. Alright. So the mechanical belt was the thing that I actually needed for that. So what we're going to do... First and foremost, kill this zombie. Second up, turn the volume on. little bit of music. All right. So what we're going to work on is finishing off these last 4 things. Smelting in bulk requires a smelter controller, which is going to require some molten copper on a seared heater, which I think we have the bricks for that already anyway. Around somewhere anyway. So we got some seared cobblestone. We can smelt some seared cobblestone. Alright, we'll sear the cobblestone in here. So we'll cook the seared cobblestone in here. We'll take out our extra stuff from in here. Ooh, diamonds. 2, 3, that. So swap those around. Chest is empty. We'll take out these, the cobble, and the flint, because I don't know why that flint is even in there. Chuck that into there. We have plenty of coal to put in here. I can just see myself needing a bunch of these metal iron plates as well. So we're going to just fill this up until all of these will come out. I feel like worst comes to worst, we can always smelt them back. Hell, worst comes to worst, we've got plenty of iron. We got enough for one more? Perfect. Right. Next up, we need to grab out a couple of pieces of copper. Again, we have plenty of. Storage, not so much. Copper, plenty. So now we'll just chuck some copper in. Dump that for a second. Grab this out. Then we can just start stowing stuff. These can come over here and become bricks. Excuse my family, they are very loud today. Right, so how much iron did we copper did we need? 4 ingots worth. Right. So that should be enough now. I don't know how this is meant to be done then. It says seared heater. Oh, it has to be in a different thing. Okay. We need a casting basin as well. I completely misread that whole situation. So we're going to chuck this down here with this in it. Then we can do this. Alright. So much better. Right. So we now have that done. And we got given a seared fuel tank. The cool thing that does, and I might be alone thinking this is cool, but the cool thing that does is it lets us make a much bigger version of this. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick a wall, which is honestly going to be this one over here. Right, so we're just going to store everything we've just picked up in here, which isn't really much stuff. We'll chuck this seared casting table back over here, because this is coming with me. Just because we can keep the OG. There's nothing wrong with keeping the OG. That's odd. Apparently that block was invalid. I think you're valid, block. I think you're valid. All there. Right, so we'll grab out these diamonds. Nice amount of diamonds, actually. We'll chuck the gravel back up here. Can always go with some more glass. Now into here we can chuck this, and that, and the andesite. And the case sand, actually. We've got a lot of stuff we can chuck in here. We can come along to here, grab this out, and make more belts. Because we're going to more than likely need a lot of belts. And then more seared bricks, seared stone we can use to make more seared bricks. We're going to need a bunch of these. And then we'll just start surrounding up the area. I'm not sure, but I'm fairly sure the entire thing has to be surrounded. We can't just have corners uncovered like we can with a portal. Invalid blocks on the floor. Maybe I have to have the floor covered as well then. I'm sorry, most of the time I do this, I have some of my other friends make this shit for me. Like Scarecrow. Scarecrow is great for this kind of stuff. Alright, what does the quest book say about it, actually? Full version of the smelter. Right, so we need at least 9 more. That's in perfect timing. If ever I saw it. Cut out some more bricks. We'll just K this through. Oh, that one doesn't count. Okay. Alright. We got a full inventory. So we'll just put that back in. Very convenient that it does this, actually. Oh, shit. Huh. Nifty. Not what I want, but nifty. I'm gonna break that so that this doesn't happen. Chuck the redstone in, chuck the bauxite ore in, iron ore in. Emerald. We're just gonna keep on collecting up everything we get until we only get cobbles. Right. Chuck all the different kinds of cobbles into here. Anything that's not a cobble? Yeah, we got some zinc. Some coal. Too much crap. This can go, this can go, this can go. And that can go. Right, so now we can put in this. No, that is not what we want, actually. We'll put this back in. Should we open this up? We should be able to chuck in copper. It's actually really cool that we can see it like that. I had more bricks, but I don't know what happened to them. Did I chuck them in here? No? Oh. We should have more stone ready to go over here by now. Perfect. More bricks. Okay. So that's perfect. Ooh. I don't know anything about this, but I feel like stepping into molten copper probably is not going to go well. feel like that's just a safe observation all around. Alright, so we'll start here. We can fix that up. What? What is this making? Aluminium. Take out all of these things that can't actually be smelted. Wait, my numbers are just really off today. Make some more bricks, make some more of those, and that ought to fill it in. And now if we look, we have so much space. Hell yeah. We'll chuck the iron in. Actually, we shouldn't do that. Chuck the iron into here. Let's see. Don't really need them anymore, but I'd still rather not waste them in case we decide to expand. There's a lot of resources. A lot of wasted coal. Although, might not be that wasted. We'll take some iron, take some gold. Actually, we'll just take the iron for now. Chuck the iron in. Currently we have no melted iron. Also chuck in that. And then that'll give us a nice big chunk of melted iron. So how do we get things out of here? I think it's called a sluice. No? Seared channel. Right, so we need a faucet, which is easy enough to make. Get through there. Can't break that down into what we need it to be. On the plus side, we have one left. We can break down into those. And then we can chop that for a second. Damn it. Make sluice and we're good. If we take this and then put a casting table here. So the iron. Should also be able to put this here, and if I'm not mistaken, which I very well could be, we should be able to set this up to here and have it flow out. No? Odd. So this is Tinker's Construct, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. All Tinker's Construct stuff. So we need ducts, seed lanterns, seed fuel gauges, seed casting basins, casting tables, fuel tank. This is just a scorched equivalents. So we can use this to alloy. We can melt entities. Make molten glass from creepers. That's nifty. Water from drowned, molten ender. Ender slimes from ender slimes. Guardians give seared stone. That doesn't make sense. That does. Molten emerald. Oof. Magma cream, seared stone. That makes sense. Milk. I suppose it is calcium. Sky slimes, slime, water. I like how much do they give out compared to everything else. Molten clay from a terracube. I don't know what a terracube is. We can get venom from spiders. Emeralds from villagers. Liquid soul. That's not terrifying at all. A little bit of molten emerald from witches and zombie villages. And a lot of blood from minotaurs. Well, basically anything from that mod pack. So how do we put it out? Because these obviously ain't working. What the fuck? There is nowhere that should have been able to come from. Well, that's the end of our Cave Factory run on Fae Hunter's page. Tune in next week where we're going to be playing a different mod pack. Probably Rossic Waters 2.